Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We've seen weakness across the global markets on account of developments in Eurozone, and first of all there is some amount of political uncertainty in Italy as one of the parties has actually not shown any kind of consensus to go ahead to form the coalition government. So that is definitely weighing upon the markets. Also, the Cyprian banks are likely to be opened up after a gap of almost about 2 weeks with some amount of restrictions on the withdrawals. And that is something that is going to be extremely important as to how it unfolds over the next couple of days. And also we've seen that the bond yields in the Eurozone have actually spiked up, be it Italy or Spain, and they are actually at the highest point of last about 3 to 4 months. So because of all these developments, we've seen weakness in US markets, which were down about 0.3 to about 0.35%. In fact, the Nasdaq was marginally up. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, most of the markets are showing some amount of weakness. Japan is down about 1% and the rest of the markets are also marginally down. Talking about the flows, friends, FIs were net buyers in the cash market in the previous session to the tune of about 538 crore. And the domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of about 130 odd crore. And in the index futures, the FIs were net sellers to the tune of 385 crore. Back home, our markets continue to languish for the past few trading sessions, and we are breaking important levels, and most of the high beta sectors are showing a lot of weakness, and it's going to be an important expiry day. So one will have to watch how it unfolds, because we've seen that important VWAP levels on the options have also been broken, and the rollover position of Nifty future has been tad lower, so it is important in terms of how the market could actually move up in the month of April. We'll check with our F&O desk on that, and let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O cues, data and strategies that we can have in the F&O space.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. On Tuesday, markets closed flat due to concerns about political stability. And as we see, around 14 lakh shares were added in open interest and significant decrease in the cost of carry, indicating short positions were built up in Tuesday's trade. And FIs also were net sellers of approximately 1400 crores. On the options front, 5600 call option as well as put option seen a good number of accumulation in open interest. And today's March series expiry is lined up, so market may remain volatile and uncertain. From intraday perspective, one can go long on Sun Pharmaceutical with a stop loss of 811.20, and one can go short on Infosys with a stop loss of 2897.20. Thank you.
Here are the important news and events that we are tracking today. First of all, the current account deficit number for Q3 of FY13 is likely to be out, and that number is likely to be around 6 to about 6.4. Remember friends, this has been the one major pressure point for our economy, and if this number is much higher than about 6.1 to 6.2%, then the market could react negatively to that. In another news, Prime Focus, which is a media company, is looking at buying a weak company called Rhythm Use, which was known for an Oscar-winning movie called The Life of Pi, and this is definitely a bit of positive for the Prime Focus. So one can expect some positive action. And in another news, Clarion Chemicals is looking at raising almost about 209 crore by selling off some of the business divisions like textile, chemical, paper, and the emulsion products. So this is a little bit of illiquid stock, but there could be some positive reaction in Clarion Chemical on the back of this development. In another important news, Moody's has downgraded India's power sector because of the acute fuel shortage that they are facing, particularly the private sector utility companies. So this is a bit of a negative for the power utility companies. So one can look at going short in companies like Reliance Infra, even some of the companies like REC, PFC, and even NTPC, because there is going to be some negative reaction on account of expiry also in some of these stocks. Also, Agicom Solutions has sold its entire 50% stake in Eurokids International for almost about 70 crore profit, so expect some positive reaction in Agicom stock in today's market. In another important development, the deadline for the rolling out of set-top boxes in tier 2 cities is getting effective from 1st of April, where almost about 38 smaller towns are going to be covered, and with this the Indian Broadcasters Association has completed almost about 67% digitization. So this is positive news for some of the media companies like Dish TV, Z Entertainment, Hathway Cable, then Network. So expect some positive action in these stocks over the next few days. Some negative news for the media companies, because TRAI has put some kind of a restriction on the amount of ads that are broadcasted in a 1 hour slot, and this amount is capped at about 12 minutes per hour, and this includes the ad promotional advertisements. So there could be some negative reaction in the media stocks, but the broadcasters are likely to take up this matter to the higher court, so this legal battle may continue, but this is definitely a bit of negative for the media space as a whole. For the general insurance companies, some positive news, as the insurance premium is likely to be hiked by about 20% effective April. This is mainly because of the hike in the third party insurance stipulated by IRDA. So expect some positive reaction for Reliance Capital, Aditya Birla Nuvo and Bajaj Finserv on the back of this development. HCL Technologies has got a $100 million order over the next few years. It is to be executed. So one can go long on HCL Tech with a stop loss of 760 and a target of about 798 to about 813. GMR Infra is looking at selling off stake in one of the subsidiaries to the tune of about 270 crore. This subsidiary is holding two coal assets worth about $50 million. So one can go long on GMR Infra with a stop loss of 20.25 and a target of about 22. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a nice trading session. See you tomorrow at the same time.